Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I'm your host for the channel, A Journey for Passion. My name is Tony Mostello, coming at you from the Wild Heart Studios. It's been a minute. I went through a surgical procedure, had some healing to do physically, mentally also. There was a lot of struggle with everything, but that being said, the last video I did was establishing your boundaries. And what I want to talk about in this video today is knowing your value through those boundaries. And what I'm trying to say, or what I'm trying to bring to the forefront, is by creating these boundaries, you're increasing your personal value. You're walking in it, you're talking in it, you're living in these boundaries. Now during this time, you're going to have a lot of people that are going to be confrontational. You're better than everybody else, or this person's to this person's to that. No, you're not better than anybody else. You're better for you. You've established these boundaries, what you will and won't accept, period. That's it. And in that, as long the longer you walk in that, you're either going to bring what you're trying to manifest, or put what you're putting out there, what you will and won't accept, or you're going to walk towards that, knowing your value, and come to what it is that you're looking for by establishing these boundaries. What be it a relationship, a job, marriage, saving your money, whatever it is, friendships. I know I've struggled a lot with trying to help others, and it's just part of my nature that if I see somebody struggling, I want to come alongside them and aid them. And a lot of times in that, sometimes you pick the wrong people to help out, and it gets misconstrued, or people think you're doing it for this reason, that reason, and that is not the case. Whatever reason I'm gonna come and help somebody, it's out of love and genuine kindness, or I see them hurting or struggling over something that they've told me. And some people are just telling you that to tell you that for attention seeking, and other people are really needing help. So I've had to kind of take a walk in the woods, if you will. I haven't shaved, I'm just kind of coming at you. I'm tired, but coming at you, I figure I've got to do this video. I got to do it. So once you have made this a staple in your life by knowing your value, people are going to know your value. It's like anything else. If you want a new vehicle and you look into it, you know what it's going to run brand new for that vehicle. And if you really want that vehicle, you're going to have to step up to the plate, knock the boundaries down that you have towards getting this goal, and working proficiently at that every day, or vice versa. Meaning, maybe what you thought you wanted isn't what you wanted. By establishing these, by knowing your value. And in that, as you're walking through that, you become that. And people are going to recognize that. And those that turn away from you right away, well, those people could be manipulators. They just don't care for you. They don't see your same vision. That's fine. That's fine. You're weeding out. You're weeding out your garden, clearing it out. This is it. Here's the soil. This is where I stand. Stand in your ground. And there's a lot of power in that. There's a lot of fear in that. But as soon as you start to walk in that, you'll feel that value to yourself. Hey, I dodged a bullet here. Or, hey, I wasn't going to tolerate this. Or this person you thought you were going to be with, or you thought, you would invest into, it didn't work out. This is why. You now know your value. I struggle with that a lot myself. Like I said, I'm no better. I've said many times on here, I'm no better than anybody else, but I'm willing to put myself out there and talk about where, through my mistakes in life, and we all make them, through my flaws, I've learned. Some are real hard lessons, some are real simple, and you're like, why did I even, start that to begin with. But that being said, only then is your personal value going to increase, that you know it, that you put it out there. Doesn't matter how many people tell you, oh, you're right this way or you're right that way and this is okay and that's okay. No, you know you personally. Make you a better you. Stand your ground. Your yes is your yes. Your no is your no. Be integral to yourself. Have integrity towards yourself and your desires and your passion and what you're willing to go through to get what you're going after and what you're not willing to put up with to get there. In other words, settling. When you have a value set and you're set in those ways, that's it. That's for the better you. And you're going to find as you walk through that too that, maybe you put some boundaries up. A lot of times when we go through these things or changes, major changes or in our lives is through hurt, through, broken hearts, trust, lack of a job, lack of money, being stripped of what you have in your everyday life or what you thought was going to be your everyday life, or you thought this person was going to be with you, or you thought you'd have this job all the time, and it's through that forces us to change. And in that there's a fear. And I have found many times that in that fear I've gained power from that fear. And other times it's kind of knocked me down a couple pegs. In saying that, just dealing with this procedure and that, the physical aspect of it really put me in a mental state of, wow, we really take a lot of things for granted and, there's struggle in this. So I really didn't have time to sit, physically do a show, and mentally, after that, and going through this procedure, mentally being, how would you say, positive because of, the struggles I was going through. I'm human. But in that I realized, I got to make a video. I planned, I know I said yesterday on the Facebook page and on the channel, I don't know if it made it to the YouTube channel or not. It might have just been on the Facebook page. I was planning to go live. That didn't work out. There's a reason for everything. Just a situation where I was at, and it just wasn't going to happen. I was going to try to go live. There was too many things going on in the background. And I really wanted, as much as I tried to get out of the studio, once I got out of it, it was hard to be me around people that I haven't seen in 30 years. That in itself, you got a lot to talk about from your memories, but where are they at now? Where are you at now? What's going on? That kind of thing. So it just turned into, I'm not going to do a live recording. Maybe in the future we'll do that. I'm planning on doing that. But again, knowing your value, walking in that, talking in that, being integral to yourself, and don't let go of that. And through that, you tended your garden, you pulled all the weeds out of everything. Now we're down to bare soil again. And you're walking in it. This is your space. This is what you are not going to allow and what you will allow in your life, period. Which brings me to the second part of what I wanted to talk about was planting seeds. That being said, I had mentioned to a couple people I talked to personally that have seeds planted themselves. And so I want to give a shout out to those people right now. Jay Byers and Chandrell are expecting a baby. And I've known Jay since he was a little kid. He was good friends with my son, and it's a really good man. Very talented, magician, just very creative. So you can see why we got along. They've got a baby on the way. Grace and David Blackwell. I thought it was a kitty. I really did. I don't know why, but I did, and I know we laughed about it and everything else, but I'm so happy for you guys. May your child be blessed, and just many blessings to you. Also, Bridget Garrison and Danny Romero. They're due to have this baby real soon here within the next couple of weeks. I think 3 weeks, she had said to me. 32 days. That was 3-4 days ago. So prayers and blessings to you that everything goes right and everything's fine, and that you take your time and you cherish this. You have planted a seed, created another. And I'm sure all of these children that are going to come into this world, or many children or twins, who knows, are blessed from the get-go, because these people that I know are really good people and I love them dearly. So many blessings and prayers to you and your seeds that have been planted. Planting seeds. You're knowing your value now. Be intentional in planting seeds. And when I say planting seeds, that's what? For growth. Something you want to see. Something that's part of knowing your value. Now that you know that, you have your eye on the prize. You know what you want to harvest. And planting seeds is literally with intent, with your goals and your vision and your dreams and your passion and your value, with intent of planting seed and waiting for the harvest. Some of these seeds sprout up quick. You could be blessed really quick. Others could take a while. That all depends on you and the man upstairs and what's going down, what you're meant to do, because you will be guided to that continually, even when you plant seeds. Some plants are going to grow and prosper. Others you're going to have to pull the weeds from around them. That could be negative people around you, negative thoughts that you put out. Be careful of you. People, once you know your value, and the reason I say this, once you know your value, and we talked about, establishing your boundaries earlier, you need to worry more about you and living in the everyday life of, there's going to be setbacks. Don't worry about yesterday. Don't worry about tomorrow. Focus on what you're doing right now. Plant with intention. Those that'll sprout and harvest is going to come to you. There's another inspirational individual. I think it's Jay Shetty. And I post a lot of his memes that he puts up that are positivity in life, love, everything, heart, everything. And the one I had seen, the video clip I had seen was a boy asking his teacher, what's the difference between like and love? And it kind of went something like this. I don't know the full, I don't have it memorized verbatim, but, the teacher told the boy, well, if you like a flower, you pick the flower. And what happens when you uproot that flower? It can no longer grow. It's no longer going to nourish, but you're going to enjoy it because you like the flower. You're going to enjoy it because it's in front of you, but the lifespan of that flower is what? 2-3 days? I don't know, But you're going to look at it and it's going to fade, it's going to die because it's been pulled from its roots. But if you love a flower, you're going to water it, nourish it, feed it every day, support it. Like a relationship, like a job, like getting a better education for the job that you want. The difference between like and love is you can like something instantly, but to love something is to not uproot it, to help it grow, to nourish it, to support one another, support yourself in schooling, support your marriage, support your finances. All of that being said is, that's the difference between like and love. Grab something we like real quick and what happens? It's in our hand that quick and it's going to fade away. But if you take the time for yourself, for another person, and nourish and feed and support that plant, that seed that's now sprouted, that's loving something. And in that you might find out that you're only going to get so far with that. Now you're coming past some of the boundaries you put up, and that might be a good thing. You might see, I put this boundary up too high. Like I said, I talked earlier about lack of trust or being hurt or financial struggles. Usually are when people go through these awakenings, these, epiphanies of, I've got to change this. It all starts with me. Because in the end, you're going to find that out. I don't care what you believe, whether you believe in God, universe, obviously you don't believe in yourself enough if you're struggling with something that you're doing over and over again, and I mean that with the utmost love, because we all suffer from that you come to the end of everything else that everybody says you should be, or what you've read in the books or done it, whatever it is you've leaned on to that point, you have you. And that's the awakening. Whether you choose to invest and be integral to yourself, have integrity for yourself, and what your heart wants, what your mind needs, what you need to feed on for positive growth, all depends on you. With that being said, plant your seeds. Don't be throwing everything out everywhere. You know, I'm not saying go crazy. When you want to do that, you do that. But, you know, keep in mind, if you throw all these things out and you start to see growth, what are you going to do? How are you going to nourish everything at once? Be intentional about your seed planting, you know. To break it down in a more easier thing, if I really like tomatoes, I'm not going to plant one tomato plant and, you know, 5 peppers. You know, these are tomatoes I like. I'm going to plant them. This is it right here. This is what the majority of it's going to be. And that's what you have to decide. But by knowing your value and standing in that, you're putting that out there. Put it out to the universe. Put it out to people. Put it out to God. You're trusting in that. And be positive. Not all seeds are going to grow. They're not going to become, but if you don't plant it, you don't know. And the whole thing about life is, if we had a map of everything we were going to do, then what would be the sense of living? You're just waiting for the next chapter and it's already dictated to you, which is how most of us live anyway. We put ourselves in that. So knowing your value, increasing yourself, being integral to yourself, and don't worry about if people say, oh, this person thinks I'm better than, they're better than me. Or, no. It's not that. You're better for you. The more that you're better for you, the more you're going to be better for somebody else because you're being your true self. When you step out of what's not true to you, it's only a matter of time. I'm sure several of you know this, that you can only step out. You know, the funny thing is, I spent a lifetime of what I thought was stepping out of my comfort zone by going the extra mile here or going the extra mile there or tolerating this or tolerating that. And I say that out of love. Not that all people are bad, we're just not meant to be around, you know. Certain things fit just like anything else, you know. What you're talented at, what you're educated in, will be the job you're in. And the more you're suited to that and to the real you, the more positive that's going to be. But to know oneself and know your value is going to put value into what you put into the earth or what you put into the ground to try to prosper through. So it's not a matter of being better than anybody else. You're being better for you, which is going to make you better for your job, for your relationship, for your marriage, for your finances. Whatever it is, that better is to you. That being said, I got to say, man, my family. I love my family. I miss my baby girl. I've been going through this thing with this procedure, and my son says he's going to be off next couple weekends, so I'm hoping to get out there and see you. Maddie, I love you. I love you. I love you, baby girl. Anthony and Alyssa, so proud of you. The people I mentioned before, I truly love, Jay and Chandrell, Grace and David, although I don't know you, Chandrell, if you're with this man and you guys are happy, he's a good man. And you have to be a good person because he's a pretty smart guy. Bridget and Danny, I don't know you, Danny, but blessings to you. You have one hell of a lady there, very, very kind and giving. I see nothing but positivity out of that. You know, these people I love, man. Many blessings and prayers to you, man. I'm going to plant a seed. I'm going to go sleep. I just want to say thank you for those of you that subscribe, that are already subscribed, and to those of you that are watching the channel for the first time. If you like it, put a comment below. If there's something you want to talk about or a topic on, you know, that you want to discuss, put it down in the comments below. And we'll twist that around. Hey, if I got to get a hold of you, hell, I'll get a hold of you. And, you know, maybe I'm going to learn from you too. This is, you know, you're watching me walk through this. I'm willing to walk through it, and others are going to help me walk, and I'm going to try to help others walk. That's what it's about, you know, planting seeds. And I love y'all, man. I love my mother and father, my brother, my Journey for Passion family. They take care of behind the scenes things. They're going through a lot of things right now, and I just want to wish them prayers and blessings and what a gift it is to have them in my life. I love y'all, man. Maddie Ray, Poppy loves you. Looking forward to seeing you. Everybody else, peace, love, be kind to somebody. Oh, one other thing, I'm sorry, I do this all the time. I'm doing it on the fly, but that's okay. You're gonna see the genuine, I'm being genuine in it. When I talked about knowing your value and planting seeds, one of the things that came up to my mind is a lady that I work with. And she's like a mother to me at work. Very kind-hearted lady, very, very hardworking. And I remember walking past the cell and saying something to the effect that, wow, there's only 45 people. I think I'm going to plateau at that. And was just so concerned about that because I'd like to get the subscribers so that I can give to the charities I want to give to and help other people out and power in numbers, And I had mentioned something about 45 subscribers, something to that effect, and I thought, man, what if that's all I hit? Which I'm blessed to have. Don't take it the wrong way, but it's, again, like I talk about, the fear and what you deal with, live in today. And a good example of that was I went back to my machine after I said that, and a little while later, the lady that I'm talking about is Margaret Shove. And doesn't get out of her seat much, anything else. If she does come to me, it's about a part or something she's having a problem with, or do we have this, did you guys run this, did you guys do that? So I figured when she came up to me, it was a job thing, there was something that, needed addressed at work. And she said, can I ask you a question? I didn't see a part in her hand, and I thought, yeah, again, thinking it was going to be pertaining to work. She says, I heard what you said earlier, and I couldn't help but think that if there was an area that was flooding, and there were, say, 50 people that were on the verge of drowning, but you could only get 45 or 46 in the boat, would you still get them in there? And I told her, well, of course I would. And I was kind of shocked that, here we're having this heart-to-heart personal conversation, but I'd see the true heart coming out in this person, somebody supporting you. And she says, would you not save those 45 or 46 people knowing that 4 would, wouldn't make it? I said, well, of course I would. Well, what if the flood comes again later? Not this time you have a bigger boat. And it's only 60 people. And your boat only holds 55. Would you go save those 55? Go help them and aid them and get them out of there. And I said, yes, I would. And it was very, very prolific to me at that time what she was saying to me, that, live in the moment. Know your value. Plant your seeds. Do the best you can to help everybody. You can't help everybody. You can't do everything all at once. But you could do it one step at a time. The next day I went and got a chocolate from her. And I told her I was going to say this. This was like, I want to say a month and a half ago. And she's very sweet. She knows I love Dove chocolate, and she has it there, and she says, would you like a piece of chocolate? I'd like to give you a piece of chocolate. So I walk in the cell and say, yeah, I'll take a piece of chocolate. She said, well, you got to read what it says inside. The Dove's got a little, little saying in the inside of it when you unwrap. So I'm unwrapping it real carefully, and I said, okay, well, read it. What's it say? And what it says is, live your life every day with no regrets. It'll be worth it. Live your life every day with no regrets. It'll be worth it. Knowing your value, living your life, living according to your value, the boundaries that you've put up, live it now with no regrets. It'll be worth it. So don't feel like you're distancing yourself from people by making a better you. You make a better you, makes you a better you for somebody else, or somebody that's going to be more suitable to you. And those that are not, you're going to know already. You're going to know that they'll cast aside and say, hey, listen, I've heard this person talk. This is what they don't talk. In talking with people and just the way you're carrying yourself, you're going to weed a lot of that garden out so you can plant seeds. And I thought, what a very, heartfelt thing to say. And the fact, I said, I'm going to keep this and I'm going to use it. So I'm showing you, Margaret, I did keep it. And you are a blessing to me too, and I love you. And thank you for the encouragement. Live your life every day with no regrets. It'll be worth it. Well, it's worth it. I've been off for 3 weeks not doing a video. I'm up late now doing it. I just felt compelled to do it. And actually I shot the video earlier and I didn't have the mic on. So I said, I got to come back and do it. So maybe, you know, there's a reason for everything. There's something I had to say, something needed to be changed. That's the way I look at it. Anyway, I love y'all. For those of you that haven't subscribed, please like, share, subscribe, share it with your friends on Facebook. I love you all. If there's something you want to talk about, a topic or something that I haven't covered here, or you know, you want to share what you're passionate about and you're in the local area, we can get you on here. Hell, you can help me. This is a teamwork thing. You're watching me unfold and go through the mishaps and, you know, he this, he that. Well, it's learning and I love it. I love it. I'm knowing my value. Things I love about being encouraging so that I could be encouraged. So I love y'all, man. I love you, Maddie Ray. Poppy's going to see you soon. I'm going to call Daddy tomorrow morning. If not, tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning. I love y'all. Let's take a journey for passion. Love. Peace.